10 scariest bridges you don't want to cross. Hussaini Hanging Bridge. In North Pakistan, there's a bridge called the Hussaini Hanging Bridge that represents the lowest standard of bridge construction. People from one side of Pakistan needed to cross to other regions, so they made this bridge. The bridge doesn't even have proper solid planks to walk on. Instead, it has uneven and poorly crafted pieces of wood that you're expected to trust with your life. Some say it's safe. It has become a tourist attraction where people test their luck. However, in 2011, it was supposedly washed away during monsoon. That just goes to show how perilous it was every time someone crossed it. Trift Suspension Bridge. The Trift Suspension Bridge is one of the highest in Europe, and crossing it has always been unsafe since its construction. This is due to its weak construction. When strong winds blow in the area, the bridge sways dramatically and can even knock people off. That is exactly what happened when the bridge was first built, and the builders had to come back and strengthen it. Despite the improvements, the bridge still sways significantly, making crossing highly hazardous. Living Root Bridge of Meghalaya. Hundreds of bridges are made from intertwined tree roots across the forest, connecting small villages in the state of Meghalaya. These have been around for a long time and are an important part of the community. Some of the bridges are said to have been in place for over 500 years. People build the structure out of bamboo and then guide the roots to it so that they can weave it into the bridge. Nanfangao Bridge. When the Nanfangao Bridge collapsed in Taiwan in 2019, it caused significant damage. However, it would be difficult to call it old. That's because it was only 20 years old when it collapsed. Furthermore, an oil truck driving across it triggered the collapse. As a result, 6 people passed away and a dozen more might be injured. In the immediate aftermath, there was not a clear reason why the bridge burst, but the common belief was that there was serious corrosion on the cables that held the bridge together. So when they were corroded enough and then put under the weight of an oil truck and other things, they went snap, and the bridge went down. The sea salt and air mixed with everything else helped to build the corrosion up, and it bit them big in the end. The Vietnamese Monkey Bridge. The Vietnamese Monkey Bridge is a traditional construction devoid of metals. It is often made using a single piece of wood or a bamboo log, sometimes without handrails. Crossing these bridges can be risky if you are unfamiliar with their unique shape and how to navigate them. There is a risk of falling into the river or surrounding area if proper knowledge and skills are not used. Ia Valley Vine Bridge. The Ia Valley is one of 3 sacred valleys in the world. It's not easy to get there, but those who do will find peace and beauty in its natural wonders. Surprisingly, they constructed bridges out of wisteria vines, a tough and aggressive vine that grows on other plants. These vines grew on both sides of the Ia River and were strung together to form a bridge. People can now walk on wooden boards that have been put in. One of the valley's bridges is particularly impressive, stretching over 150 feet and rising 50 feet above the ground. People have faith and frequently test it. Tacoma Narrows Bridge. The Tacoma Narrows Bridge collapse took place in 1940. This bridge was built in Washington and was designed to be very flexible. However, this adaptability proved to be a problem. There were warning signs during construction, but they were ignored. Strong winds hit the area a few months after the bridge had been constructed. The wind was too much for the bridge, and it began to crumble. The materials in the bridge had a resonance frequency, and when the wind hit it, it caused vibrations that caused the bridge to collapse. Later, a new bridge was built, and the remains of the old bridge can still be found at the bottom of the water. Eshima-Ohashi Bridge. The Eshima-Ohashi Bridge is one of the most unique bridges in Japan. The Eshima-Ohashi Bridge is designed to meet the needs of both sides of a river as well as the boats that travel through it. Most bridges that deal with boats can lift sections for boat passage, but the Eshima-Ohashi Bridge takes a unique approach. It has a high arch shape that allows any ship on the river to pass underneath without difficulty. The Vertigo-Inducing Bridge. In 2020, the Verrazzano Bridge went viral on social media. It's a long bridge that connects Brooklyn and Staten Island. A strong storm hit the bridge in 2020, causing something unusual to happen. Winds gusted over 60 miles per hour during the storm, making many cars and trucks cautious. However, when the winds hit the bridge, it began to shake and move. Officials explained that it was developed to be flexible. Officials assured people that the bridge was designed to handle such movement and was considered safe. They even closed the bridge to protect everyone from potential issues as the weather